The White Snoop and T-Rose Show, starring the White Snoop and T-Rose.
Tweet us during the show using the hashtag #SnoopRose Show.
The White Snoop and T-Rose Show.
And welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the White Snoop and T-Rose Show. Hopefully by now you know the White Snoop T-Rose over here. But yeah, we gotta say names just in case. It could be a first-time viewer, you know?
Yeah, I heard it.
For those of you that have been here, though, you should already know by now, I hope.
I would hope they would know that you're the White Snoop.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You never know, though. Some people can mix that up. Plus, the names on the screen probably help, too.
Alright.
We're just looking out for you guys here. So moving on to actual basketball talk, like we usually do here. Is the AC broken in here? Or
Probably.
because this isn't San Antonio.
Yeah.
But I mean, of course, the Spurs made easy work of the Heat this year.
Yeah, there really isn't much to say about the finals.
Well, I do have to make an apology. I just want to say I apologize to everybody that I called stupid for predicting Spurs in 5. Oh, because somehow that ended up being what happened.
Shout out to PJ, Carlissimo.
Who
made
knew?
Colin Cowherd was dead on it too. Dead on it. And I love listening to Colin, but he was almost unbearable to listen to.
Yeah, that was
the day after the finals.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming.
It was almost and I love Colin, but he was almost unbearable to listen to.
I mean, I told everybody 6-7 games. I never saw a 5-game series going on. I didn't think
it wasn't like the last 3 games.
They weren't
close. Like,
no, the Spurs took care of the Heat.
Yeah,
which is not what I was expecting. I mean, I mentioned the last show. I mean, I thought the Spurs were going to win, but I thought the Heat still had like a little chance, and I thought they were making a good series.
No,
I was excited.
Yeah. No,
that's not what happened.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, I was a little excited.
Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I mean, the best 2 games were, the first 2 games were the only games, and then everything else was just.
I was so excited that Game 3 happened. Even though Game 3 was a blowout, I was still excited until Game 4. And then when Game 4 was a blowout again, it was like,
okay.
Well, the series is over because the Heat aren't going to beat the Spurs 3 times in a row. And they're going back to San Antonio. Kind of had me a little worried for the Heat.
Yeah,
I was like,
it was over. It was over.
I was only hoping that the Heat won Game 5 to push to Game 6, so I wouldn't be. I wouldn't look too bad for saying that 5 games was stupid.
Except, listen, you know what?
We're all wrong sometimes, I guess.
I just listen. I mean, I didn't agree with it either, but it was just funny how it all played out.
Yeah.
So yeah, congrats to the Spurs, Coach Pop. Amazing job as always.
I do feel bad for one person though.
Who's that?
LeBron.
Yeah, you know,
he had a good series.
I know. What are the hours in the finals? Was like 29.
And
like,
he played well in all the games,
yeah.
Defensively, offensively. He was
yeah.
LeBron James.
The thing is,
he's gonna get killed. The cramp thing.
Yeah. Well, it happens. You know what it is? It's I don't know.
But now it's going to be interesting what the Heat do going forward. I mean, is anybody else on the books besides
Haslam?
I heard he's opting out because he has the opt-out clause too.
Yeah, but I don't think he will though.
No, I heard he
really.
Yeah.
Maybe he's gonna. Oh, I don't know. I know. Yeah.
I don't know if he's doing it.
I know Birdman did. He did his shit like the day after the finals. Now, shout out to Birdman. Like the day, did you see it? Like the day after the finals, they announced him off, and I was like, man.
Obviously, Battier retired. Be interesting to see if Ray Allen decides to retire.
I think Ray Allen's gonna retire. I think he's gonna retire. He looked really tired in those. Remember, I think I said it to you. I was like those last 3 games. Like I was like, has Ray Allen made a shot since Game 2?
Yeah.
And to me, him, if he can't make that open 3, it's.
Well, that's what he does.
Yeah. Well, but he missed like every shot in like the next game.
You sure it wasn't Rashard Lewis dressed in a Ray Allen jersey?
No, Rashard Lewis. Yeah, they bought him. they had to get the molsk. When they took his uniform out of the closet, molsk flew off for the finals. But
they tried to get the old Magic jersey that he can wear.
How about the Seattle one? He averaged 22 and 6.
Yeah.
But he going forward, it's gonna be interesting. There's definitely a lot of question marks there.
Well, of course, the biggest question mark is, does the big three stay together?
Yeah, well, that's one of them.
If I had to guess, which is really all we're doing here, I'm gonna go with yes. I think they do.
I say yes, but there's a but. Like, I seriously...
I just don't know what else they're going to do around them this time.
Well, and I think that's what... To me, LeBron's no dummy. You know, we can clown him all we want. We can make fun of him for this shit. He's not a dummy. He sees... Like, you look at... It's really like that why they lost. To me, it's more like how they lost. Like, the Spurs had like 9 guys that can put the ball in the hole. He had 3.
Yeah.
And they were deeper. We'll talk about that in a minute. It's just the Heat play 7 guys, and the Spurs play like 9 or 10. And to me, that was the difference. I mean, we saw in game 5, the Heat were winning 22-6. The second unit came in and got them back in the game, and then while the Heat's their starters are out there, and then the first unit comes back in, and then the game was over. As soon as they blew that lead, I said this game is over.
Yeah, the Heat have definitely struggled to find extra help.
Yeah, and I honestly think if you're LeBron, who let's face it, I mean he wants to win championships. He doesn't care about all the individual
individual accolades. Doesn't care about how much money he's making.
Yeah, he wants to win.
He's already proved that.
Yeah, he wants to win championships. So if you're LeBron, you got to look at Mickey Arlson and Pat Riley and these guys and be like, look, you saw how we got destroyed. Like, we got hammered this go around. How are we going to get better? And if they can't guarantee him anything, it wouldn't surprise me if he
I believe his opt-out day is the 29th or 30th.
It's the 29th. Well, I think all 3 of them is. All 3 of them are.
So I guess we'll see.
We'll have to see what happens. Obviously, it's all going to start with them taking less money, because that's the only way they're going to be able to get the necessary pieces around them. But we talked about this earlier today. They got to stop signing these Hail Mary guys. Yeah. They got to get guys who can come in and play. There's too many questions. I love Michael Beasley, but it didn't work out. It didn't work.
I didn't.
Greg Oden didn't work.
But Michael Beasley, know what the sad part is? The first couple of games, he played all right. Yeah. I mean, and so it was like, all right, well, here's their guy off the bench.
Yeah. No, didn't happen.
Not when it needed to happen.
Oden didn't play. Shane Battier was a year older. Ray Allen was a year older. Haslam was a year older. They got worse. They got and Rashard Lewis, who he didn't play. Did he even play for them last year?
No.
And here we are, we're in the NBA Finals, and he's starting. It's like, wait a minute, he's been on the team for 2 years. He hasn't. And it's desperation because they had no one else that can play.
Yeah.
And they got to fix that. I also,
it's definitely good.
I mean, I don't know if you saw the press conference Pat Riley had.
No.
But he said, I don't know if this was a dig at Coach Ball or what, but one of the things he said, Coach Spoelstra is going to have to reinvent himself. I think their system needs tweaking. I think they need to.
I think it'd be interesting to see if Pat Riley is. So far, he's stuck with Spo.
I think he's going to, because it's hard to get rid of a guy that's gone to the finals 4 years in a row. It's kind of hard to take. I mean, you can. But I just think.
But what if he believes, and this is the question Pat Riley kind of has to ask himself: what if he believes that if there was a better coach, that they would have went, but maybe won 3 or 4?
I don't think.
Well, that's not you think. It's what Pat Riley.
Yeah, well, if he thinks that, then I kind of lose props for Pat Riley, because anyone that looks at that roster, the first year of that roster they had was abysmal.
Well, it's either that he has to look at it that way, or he has to look at it under the fact that he didn't put a good enough team on the bench for.
I think that their system needs to change. They need a low post scorer.
Yeah, but now you're talking about Pat Riley's job.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
Well, you're saying that he questions Bo.
Well, why? Yeah, but I think there's a lot of changes. A lot of changes have to be made with that squad. They need different personnel, and they need to take that. If they get it, they need to play. They need to play a different game. We all love LeBron. We all know he's the best player on the planet. But give LeBron the ball and just rely and just pray that he makes the basketball play. It has to just So
didn't work in Cleveland.
Yeah. Now, so Dwayne Wade. Let's talk about Dwayne Wade.
He did. I know there's the rumors that he wants all his money, and there's the rumors that he's going to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
For God's sakes, I hope he takes a pay cut.
Yeah.
Because he's not worth that money anymore.
No, he's not.
If he opts in, what is it, 21?
21, that was a 21 point change, yeah.
Yeah. No, sorry.
Yeah.
I know there was a rumor of the 4-year 50, which averaged out about $12.5 million.
D-Wade, love you, dude, but
that's your price range now.
It was hard to watch him play. It was hard.
Yeah, when he played.
Yeah. Still in the finals. Just the finals. It was hard.
I'm just saying in a general sense.
It was hard.
The guy was 30 games during the regular season.
I know. Well, I told you, next year he's playing just home games. and
he might even miss some of those.
Yeah.
You know what? I can't really get up off the couch right now. Yeah, it's the knee, of course. Back-to-backs. Yeah. Imagine back-to-back at home. He couldn't play. He'll play 35 games next year.
So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, so hopefully he... The thing is, some guys don't want to realize like that they're not that guy anymore. And
I think he does.
I hope he's not dumb.
I think he does know that.
I hope he does.
Because the Heat's success... Well, I mean, their first year, they're pretty successful, but they didn't win a championship until Dwayne Wade sat down with LeBron James and said, dude, I'm not the guy, you are. So he took that first step. The next step is now saying, hey, I'm not worth $21 million. Can I opt out? Give me less money and get us some more help. LeBron and Bosh would just be doing it for charity. They wouldn't. They would take less money because that they could both sign max deals anywhere in the NBA. And they're doing it just to get the help because they want to win championships. That's why they came to Miami. So I don't think they should take a pay cut to the significance of Dwayne Wade. Maybe Bosh takes a bigger one than LeBron does. Maybe we start. I mean, when they first got together, you're talking about 3 superstars. Nobody wanted to butt heads. There's a reason why they signed the same contract. Now there's a pecking order. Dwayne Wade doesn't play every game. He's beat up. You're not going to get the money that the other 2 guys are getting. But Bosh maybe can look at it and say, dude, I know I'm a great basketball player, but you're LeBron James. Maybe he takes a little bit more of a cut than say LeBron does. Then now they save Pat Riley money to work with. They're saying the soft cap's going to be around 62, 63 million next year. They're saying. If they cut it down, you're looking at Dwayne Wade around 12 million. Maybe Bosh goes at 15, and LeBron takes 18. Now you're looking at 45 million. That's $17 million underneath the cap that you could sign. Maybe a Carmelo Anthony.
Yeah. That's a crazy rumor.
Yeah.
But we'll get into that later on.
That would just put one guy. Instead, they could always, add a center. Yeah. You can sign a new point guard. There's rumors of Kyle Lowry that they're interested. If you have $17 million to play with, you can sign a guy like Kyle Lowry. You can get a center. You can start finding more pieces. Than the mid-level once you're, and then you start finding the desperate veterans who just want a ring to fill out the roster and help out.
Juwan Howard.
Yeah, Juwan Howard can come back out of retirement. No, he's already sitting in his suit as a coach. Yeah,
so,
he doesn't need the seat.
So I think we beat up the Heat enough.
Well, now we got to talk about the Spurs.
Yeah.
Timmy Duncan opted in today.
Yeah, he did. Yep.
So he's coming back. When I saw that, the first thing went through my mind, and this is why I thought he was going to opt in all along. I think he wants the back-to-back. It's the only thing he hasn't done. I mean, this is his 5th ring. He's only lost in the finals once. He's been incredibly successful individually and on his team. Back-to-back championships. It's the only knock. I mean, can you think of anything else to say about him?
No.
I mean, if you really think about it, it's like the only thing you haven't done is been successful on top of success. So I think that's why he's doing it. That's just a personal thing. I mean, nobody knows except for Tim. But, I mean, Pop keeps playing 25 minutes a game for half the season. He's got a couple more years left.
Yeah, it definitely happened. So, yeah. So,
I'm interested to see. I mean, they don't have a lot of big moves to go.
No.
But just kind of, I'm interested in the tweaks that they make to be better for next year. Because you always want to be better. Even if you're the best, obviously the Spurs only have to be a little bit better as compared to Pelicans, who have to be a lot better. And I'm not taking a dig at the Pelicans, just saying, as an example, because I'm definitely excited to see the Pelicans. Anthony Davis, another year better. Well, hopefully they can get a better roster around him as they develop. But speaking of developing, Thursday's the day. NBA draft. Your favorite day of the year?
One of, but
No, don't let them fool you.
Yeah, stop it.
This is like Terrell's Christmas.
Yeah, no, it's
These single presents are going to get unwrapped underneath the tree on Thursday.
No, well, sometimes they're not presents.
Yeah.
But
I mean, every team's got to get some coal.
There'll be a few this year. No, it's going to be good. So, there's obviously some good players coming out. I'm reading this Dante Exum kid, man. I'm hearing a lot. A lot of teams. They're kind of falling in love with this kid. Obviously, we are the Joel Embiid situation.
I mean, I've been hearing that the Lakers have wanted him for months.
Yeah, they do. So we'll start off. I guess Embiid fractured his foot, surgery.
He had back problems.
His back problems going into it. So
the Cavaliers are definitely going to draft him.
Or they can draft Jabari Parker, who I guess this came out today. He went and worked out for them and tanked a workout. I didn't even know that you can do that. Now,
I guess it's pretty easy.
I listen. Now, my question to you is:
it's probably easier to tank a workout than impress somebody else.
Yeah. Now, remember, if you're Dan Gilbert, now this is hard because that means you actually have to try to think like this man, and there's just no.
Yeah, if I knew how to remove my brain, I could be just like Dan Gilbert.
Now, because I heard the report said even though he tanked his workout, they're going to draft him anyway. To me, that's just a terrible move. Why would you bring in a kid who doesn't want to be on your team? Like, why would you do that? Why would you do that to your team? To me, it just...
Why would I make Mo Williams my second best player and think LeBron James is going to stay in town?
That's also true. No, I agree. No, you're right. Well, this is why the Cavaliers...
Why would I make a public letter saying I'm going to get a championship faster than LeBron James?
And this is why the Cavaliers...
team is built around Baron Davis.
And this is the Cavaliers... Baron Davis.
Billy Better raises big Z's.
And this is why the Cavaliers are the Cavaliers, because of stuff like this. To me, like, if you come and work out for me, and you just go out there and you're just... I wouldn't even think it. Like if you're the best player on the board and I don't want to draft anybody else, well, I guess I'm trading out.
That you even showed up.
I guess I'm trading out.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Do they draft Embiid anyway and hope that all this
works out?
Or maybe I mean, I don't know.
You could
trade out. Do you take Wiggins? Because he hasn't vocally said anything about not wanting to. But like to me, like this guy comes to work out for my team. He just basically lays it in to show me. I mean, he may have come. I hope he had a shirt on that was like, "Dear Dan Gilbert, please do not draft me, Jabari Parker."
If I was an owner, I would rather that you just didn't come.
Yeah. No, I know. I understand.
Like, no, sir, are you free on Tuesday? Yeah, we're gonna have you come in for a workout. Oh, you don't even want to play here? All right. But you know what I mean? Like, I would rather that than a tanked workout.
No, I know. So I'm gonna be, so I guess that's one of the things I'm gonna be looking forward to on Thursday to see how Dan Gilbert fucks the draft up this year. No, because it's like I said, it's just stupid. Mm-hmm. Like if there's no one else you want, trade out.
I'm sure there's plenty of teams that
would love that first pick.
To get Wiggins or Parker.
Yeah. So that's all I'm saying. Hopefully, I know this is a stretch. Hopefully Dan Gilbert does the right thing. So basically that means that it's not going to happen.
Bucks management has already come out too and said that they are not going to draft Embiid.
Yeah, well,
that's pretty much all they said.
Imagine that. You're the Bucks.
They said that you can't get that big of a risk.
Yeah. I mean, it stinks because he was like the consensus number one going in. I think when we filmed our last show before the finals, he was like the number one guy.
Well, yeah, because it was the Cavs. Once people knew it was the Cavs, it kind of started looking like Embiid. And within days after the lottery, it was like seemed like a foregone conclusion for a while.
Yeah. The Lakers want Exum, but a lot of guys don't think. A lot of the team. Chad Ford doesn't think he's gonna because they have 7. Yeah. A lot of them don't think he's gonna go that far. So the Lakers might have to
trade up,
work some magic. I mean, I'm a firm believer, and I'm sure maybe you'll agree with me. If there's a guy that you really want, you have to trade him and go get. If you have to go, like, I mean, obviously you don't want to gut your team, but like if there's a deal.
The problem with the Lakers is they don't have a team to gut.
That is true, but you know, like a lot of teams, they trade like everything in like the farm to draft a guy. Obviously, if it's a reasonable deal and you really want that guy, you have to trade him and go get him. So we'll have to
I think the most likely scenario is that the Lakers give up a couple pieces and swap picks.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing that they have that's
good. Is it Orlando? Orlando has what, 6? I don't know because I know Orlando wants something. Orlando was interested.
Like I said, the other thing is that they don't have anything that's good enough to trade just a pick for it. So it's going to be a swap pick if they even pull. I honestly don't even think. I think they're going to get stuck drafting in their own spot unless they pull some magic that I don't see.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
They don't have anything that impressive.
No, you're right. Yeah,
I don't think anybody's traded for Robert Sacre. Gotcha, boy.
Wow.
Got to give a shout out to Robert Sacre.
That was a good one. I like that. So, yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how it all goes down draft night.
So do you think people in Cleveland are burning Jabari Parker jerseys now?
Yeah. What, his college ones?
He's gonna need J.R. Smith to ride him into town with his truck. Keep him safe.
I love how many mentions. We'll have to go look it up, the archives. How many mentions that truck got? Ever since, was it me that found it on the internet? Yeah, it was me. I found it online. So yeah, we got to talk about this in the show. We'll have to
I think ever since we found out about the truck, it's been mentioned in the show.
Thank you.
That and Dan Gilbert.
Yeah, he's a clown. Yeah, so the draft will be interesting. So moving away from the draft kind of now, Carmelo Anthony opted out of his contract, which doesn't really mean he's leaving New York, but it kind of...
Do you see my surprise face?
Yeah, exactly.
See, here's the thing, though, and this is why you can't jump the gun, is he could make more money re-signing in New York than extending in New York. So everybody in the world knew he was going to opt out because he wants his money. Or now he has the possibility to at least explore the option of leaving. You know, of course, the Chicago Bulls.
Well, everybody's
the Rockets.
I forget who was under. Someone was saying that.
I heard the Mavs are interested.
Yeah, well, of course the Mavs are interested in everybody. They're interested. Melo, Gasol. They
I heard the Lakers are not interested. By the way,
they want every free.
I know everybody's been talking about Melo to LA for a while. I heard that they don't want him.
Well, it's because I think they know that they have this alpha dog on their team named Kobe Bryant who
they won't work well together.
Yeah, exactly. So moving on. I understand what you're saying.
People are talking about it.
That's good. People.
Or you could go to Miami,
yeah.
like we mentioned earlier.
Well, that was well, that'd be something. I don't even know what I would say if that happened. It would be like if you think
people flip.
When's the next lockout? But anyway, yeah, I heard someone, I forget who was saying it, but they were saying that Melo, he's never experienced like free agency before, so he kind of wants to just kind of see what it's like. He turned 30 like I think maybe a month ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, Melo's a hard one for me, Melo, because you never know. Because you never know what's on his brain. Like obviously, like we said, if he wants to win,
saying that he wants to win,
it's a no-brainer,
which makes you think that he has to leave.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think Chicago's the best option. That's my own personal opinion from the scenarios. Mm-hmm. I don't like the reason why I don't like the Houston scenario for him is because he would have to share the ball with James Harden, and Melo sharing the ball just doesn't happen. Yeah. Then with these two scoring, Dwight Howard is going to start crying.
Oh, yeah.
And I think it would just all fall apart.
He's crying right now during the show.
He's crying just at the thought of Carmelo taking his shots. So I don't think that would work. I don't think it's a good fit. I think him in Chicago would work because they desperately need a scorer. And I think that they'd be more adept to allowing him to do what he does. And he would actually be helping them. And I think Tom Thibodeau is just the coach that can get him to pass the ball sometimes. At least
play a little defense.
Yeah. And plus they have the defensive players around him to kind of clean up the mess, so to speak. So I like that fit a lot better. So then there's always the Melo of old. Melo hasn't changed his game his whole life, so why should he change his personality? He's always been about the money. He forced that trade to New York so he could be where he wanted and have all of his money. So what's supposed to make me believe that he doesn't want his money now? which makes me think that he's going to stay in New York. I don't think that he gets the full max, though, because I don't think Phil's willing to give it to him. But if he could still offer more money in the extra year that these other teams can't, he still holds like a leverage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So the other mystery of the league, the big name, Kevin Love, trade rumors flying all over the place. Golden State.
Can we just mention the teams that he hasn't been rumored to be traded to?
No, I don't think we can do that.
Hold on, I'm trying to think of them still. Orlando, Charlotte.
I know.
Is that like it?
I know. Golden State.
I haven't heard Orlando, Charlotte. I haven't heard Toronto. I haven't heard Brooklyn.
No. Name. Yeah.
I think I just named those. Are all every other team wants Kevin Love.
Golden State.
The Clippers haven't been in them.
I see Cleveland, Golden State.
Golden State, I see a lot.
That seems to be the big one. The Nuggets one. Did you see the Nuggets?
Yeah, I saw the
Nuggets trade. Yeah,
Boston.
Boston.
You said Chicago.
So, I don't really know what he's going to do because he's. I will give him credit. He's doing a really good job of like. He's staying like.
Because there was a little talk, kind of in the beginning, but I haven't heard much since. But I think Kevin Love would be a better fit for Houston than Melo if they wanted to make a trade for him.
Yeah.
Because Kevin Love doesn't demand the ball so much. And he can open up the floor for Dwight Howard, who needs that space to operate offensively because he doesn't do anything to that stupid baby hook. And he doesn't.
No.
I have more offensive moves than fucking Dwight Howard does, which is sad. That's not a compliment to me.
You're about what, 10 inches shorter than you?
Yeah. Yeah, because he's 6'11", yeah, I'm exactly 10 inches
So
shorter.
anyway.
And I'm not nearly good enough to be in the NBA. But yeah, so he would give him the space. He doesn't need the ball. He can play off. I think him and James Harden would play awesome together. He could open up the floor. You could run the pick and roll, and you have the danger of the 3-point. And plus, I mean, with him and Dwight Howard, I mean, who's supposed to get the rebound?
Yeah.
And Kevin Love isn't a great defender, but Dwight Howard could clean that up a little bit. The other one, I remember you talking about this one in a private discussion. I saw it again today in the news. I know you love this option. The Sacramento Kings. They've been in the rumors.
Yes, they have been.
They're the only team that's been involved in trade rumors that says they don't even care if he extends. Speaking of the Kings, Rudy Gay opted in. So in other news, I'm just saying, $19.3 million. I think everybody in the league knew he was gonna.
Because he's not getting that anymore.
Yes.
But
I'm surprised that it hasn't been done already.
It probably has been. They just
it's like yeah, we can't make it official.
Him and Amari, they signed their shit like 2 years ago.
They keep calling the office.
Can we release this yet?
Yeah, you do. No, I'm still gonna take it. Yeah, $19.3 million. He ain't getting that again. Yeah. I heard there's actually
Amari, what, 23.5?
Yeah, he ain't getting that again either. See, at least Rudy Gay can get at least over half of what he's getting.
Yeah, you're right.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
The Rudy Gay, I guess the Kings are very interested in working on an extension, full 4-year extension. So I didn't hear any money talk, so I don't know what it is. If I was going to re-sign Rudy Gay to a 4-year deal, I'm probably looking at $50 million.
Yeah, it's about good. It's about right.
I mean, which means he'll probably get 60.
Usually.
So that's.
Anything else? Yeah. So Kevin Love.
I know you already dropped the bomb about Amari. That's shocking.
Amari. Yeah. Total shock.
Yeah. This is our surprise phase. I mean, that's it. I mean, the draft. I mean, of course, we have to come back. Our next episode is going to be discussing the draft. You'll probably have a couple picks that you're going to hate. That.
Yeah.
You'll have to hold off until you film the show to rant about.
Yeah. So No, I'm just like I said, I'm gonna be listening and doing a lot of reading on what the Cavs plan on doing with number one. Because to me, I heard they want Parker. I heard that's the guy they want. But to me, after that, there's just no way you can't take him. That's just my opinion.
I mean, you can take him.
Why?
That's the problem.
Here's my why?
I didn't say that it's the right decision.
I mean,
you said they can't. They can.
To me, it shouldn't even be a thought. Like. To me, like if I'm Adam Silver and you're Dan Gilbert and you bring me the card with his name on it, I'm gonna be like, nah, dog, you can't do this.
See, I'm not saying that. I agree with you that they shouldn't, but you said they can't, and unfortunately they can.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, no, you're right. But to me,
and knowing Dan Gilbert, he might.
Okay. So when he bolts town like LeVon did, are they gonna? I guess they're gonna be burning his shit too then.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually still think they're going to draft Joel Embiid.
Yeah, I mean,
I think they're still going to do it.
I can see it. I mean, it's just kind of.
I actually don't think Dan Gilbert's going to be stupid enough to draft Parker. If it's not Embiid, it's got to be Wiggins, or it'll be a trade out. I can say trade.
To me, I think that would be the logical thing to do. Just trade out. If the guy you want doesn't want to, I mean, like I said, doesn't want to.
No, because the Cavs have been shopping that pick a lot.
They should.
I think the number one. I mean, because the way they've been shopping it makes me wonder, like, how little they want back for it.
Well, I'm sure they would want something.
Well, want something. Yeah. But I'm just saying because they're shopping it so hard, makes you feel like they want to dump it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if
do they have a limit on how many number one picks they're allowed on the team? Because they already got 2. This would be the 3rd. And then when LeBron James comes back, that'll be 4. I'm just kidding. He's not coming back.
Who's they have as your coach? I feel bad because
he was my neighbor.
Yeah, no, but I feel bad because we can't give him like a little shout out.
David Blatt.
Yeah, somewhat. Yeah, so yeah. I was like, when I first saw it, I thought it was like a joke. Like I was like, did I read that right? Yeah. So like I said, just to me, you bring this kid in, he doesn't want to be there. It's just going to be ugly. So, like you said, if you don't take Embiid, maybe... The thing is like, if the Embiid...
I have a feeling they're going to trade out.
Yeah. The thing is, that's
my number one.
If they can,
my number one guess.
Maybe they trade down a couple picks to a team that really does want the number one, and maybe they can get a guy that they want.
Maybe they trade with the Lakers.
Yeah, but you can't take... Listen, I everything I've seen of Exum, I like him, but I don't know if you can take him number one.
What, if they love him that much?
Yeah, you're right, I guess. But, I guess you can, but I don't know.
Or what if they use the number 1 pick to trade down to maybe number 2, number 3, and get something else? Yeah. Maybe somebody's willing to, Yeah.
I think this.
Maybe you get the
I think
pick. You could trade back to 3.
Because I think Philadelphia wants Wiggins. You
think Philadelphia would give the Lakers somebody? If the Lakers had the number 1 pick, maybe they do a nice little 3-way.
Yeah, we could. I mean, obviously, draft day trades are very, But yeah, everything I've read, I've seen Philadelphia wants them. You build around him and Carter Williams in your backcourt. And, Norris is going to come. He's going to be healthy next year.
Could be a nice little squad.
So they'll have a nice little young. They'll be fun to watch. They'll win some games, but
they're still building.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah, that's it really. I mean,
just looking forward to the draft.
Okay. So
this guy's big day.
Do the right thing, Dan. Do the right thing.
This is like Christmas in this guy's world. Don't let him fool you when he tries to tell you otherwise.
Stop it. Do the right thing. Do the right thing. That's all I can say.
Do the right thing.
That's all I can say. But it is Dan Gilbert, so which means he's not going to do the right thing.
Dan Gilbert. He wants that high five award. That should be his next T-shirt. Dan Gilbert. I want that high five award.
No, just put a big hand on it like this.
That could be it.
Here you go.
And you can wear that while Jabari Parker wears that I Hate Cleveland shirt. Wow. So.
I think it's like if they draft him, is he going to tank games too?
Yeah. Hey, you never know. Wouldn't be the first guy. So, any other fun shout-outs?
No, that's about it. Actually, wait, did we shout out? Was Derek Fisher the coach when we did our last show?
No.
Oh, there you go.
Shout out to Derek Fisher. Yo, can I tell you?
Best of luck, man.
Because this bothered me. I'm okay with Knick fans not being excited because maybe there's a little doubt, because Derek Fisher's never coached before. But I actually talked to a Knick fan who was mad about the hiring.
No, there's a lot of them.
But I disagree with that.
Because they're delusional?
Well, the thing is, here's my thing. Number one, like, some of them are like bashing him, and it's like he's never coached before, so you don't know. I understand if you're a little skeptical because he's never coached before, so you don't know if he's going to be good. But don't bash him because you don't know if he's going to be bad either.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would at least give him time. And then the other thing you got to look at is what kind of team they're going to have next year too, though. That's the other thing.
But here's the thing, though, is Phil Jackson was looking for something specific. He wanted a young and impressionable coach that he can kind of instill himself in. Phil Jackson, who is one of the greatest coaches of all time, wanted to mentor somebody. That's why he looked for somebody that he was familiar with and comfortable with, which is why he, first talked to Steve Kerr. Then he went to Derek Fisher. Of course, there's rumors that he wants to instill a triangle, so probably why he picked guys that were familiar with the triangle, so they can teach it. But Phil Jackson has also stated that he wants to be present. Like, he wants to be involved. He wants to go to games. He wants to, be in the locker room, be at practice. And he wanted, that's why he preferred the rookie coach, because he wanted somebody that would, like, a George Karl would be, like somebody of that stature who's also available, probably, in my opinion, the best coach available right now. Phil keeps coming in and saying things. He'd be like, look, Phil, like, I respect you and everything, but I got this.
I got this.
You know what I mean? As to where Derek Fisher, when he's the pupil to the mentor, it's like, thank you for coming and help. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
But here's the funny part, though, is these Knick fans, they finally have a coach that's going to allow Phil Jackson to help coach. Phil Jackson's the guy you want to know. And this is the closest you're going to get to Phil Jackson, is having somebody like Derek Fisher there. So you shouldn't be mad.
I also think it depends what kind of team they have next year, too.
Well, that depends on how good they are.
Yeah, but...
Not so much on...
you know what?
I said this about Jason Kidd, and he almost proved me wrong, but I actually think Derek Fisher is going to be a good coach. I thought Jason Kidd was going to be a good coach. I know he came up to a rough start, but I think he did pretty well overall. Especially the first year, considering the expectations.
And they had a lot of injuries.
Yeah, but they also had very high expectations that he had to live up to. I think Derek Fisher, I think he'll do well.
Last thing, all these, I'm sure you've been seeing it too, a lot of rumors. I guess Derrick Rose playing 5-on-5 games, looking like himself. You can only hope that he can come back and stay healthy. I mean, obviously, obviously the game is better when he's on the court.
The Bulls are better.
The Bulls are better.
The Eastern Conference is better.
Yeah. So let's just hope that
we actually have a point guard we can vote for when the All-Star game comes around.
Yeah. So let's just hope him, Rondo. Who else is coming back from injury?
Well, Rondo was kind of back. He was just still.
Yeah, but
getting back to himself.
Yeah, him, Rondo. Who else? Anybody else?
JaVale McGee.
New Orleans Noel. We don't see him play. Another Gallinari too. He hasn't played in 2 years. Hopefully he comes. I was looking at his contract the other day. Oh shit.
Greg Oden might come back again.
I just woke off set. I just woke off.
And that's our episode for tonight. Andrew Bynum might come back. You never know. I actually think Andrew Bynum's done.
Sad, but true.
This should be a fun poll. Who do you think is more likely to be signed by an NBA team? Andrew Bynum or Greg Oden?
Oh, Andrew Bynum, definitely. Andrew Bynum, no doubt.
Yeah?
Yeah, no doubt Andrew Bynum. Because he's...
At least...
we always joked around. What was it, the hashtag he started? The last time Greg Oden played, and we just added something to it. Well, at least Andrew Bynum played more recently than Greg. I mean, yeah, Greg Oden, he played what, 5 minutes in the Heat game. He had one dunk, and everybody was like, "Oh, he's back."
He did play in like 25 games last season.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He only averaged like 5 or 10 minutes per game.
I would still.
It was like 10 minutes.
I would still sign Andrew Bynum.
I would go with Greg Oden, just because after what I've seen the last couple of years, I don't think I'd want Andrew Bynum in my locker room. And both of them are probably just going to ride pine in a suit anyway. I would rather have a better person and attitude. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. But if you're signing someone hoping that they can contribute,
well, I hope that Greg Oden can contribute too. But I don't think I think Andrew Bynum is detrimental whether he's playing or not.
Yeah, that's true. I'll give you that.
That's why I would pick Greg Oden.
Oh, I don't know.
And he has a really cool first name.
But we'll have to get that poll up there. Can we put that on the screen?
Yeah.
Have him hit us up on Twitter. What do you think?
We got the hashtags up.
Yeah.
Hashtag. But I think that's about it.
Yeah, that about covers it. So hopefully all those guys that are here get back. And damn, Gallinari's contract. That's all I can say. Look that shit up. And
check us back next week when we go over the draft. You know, this guy will hopefully be happy. He might be pissed off a little bit as we go through it. You know he'll be mad
every year
if they draft Jabari Parker to Cleveland.
Yeah, but every year a team does something that just doesn't make. I mean, do we have like 30 seconds to go over?
No, I know he worked out, but my favorite phone call ever was when the Knicks drafted Amon Shumpert. I actually remember where I was. Who the fuck is Amon Shumpert? I don't know. Why the fuck are the Knicks drafting Amon Shumpert? Why wouldn't they take Avery Pratt? And then you just like went off on this tangent about, because you didn't know who Amon Shumpert, I mean, nobody knew who Amon Shumpert was.
I knew who he was, but it was just...
But you know what I mean, like, he wasn't...
Yeah, but that's not even the worst Knicks pick ever.
I know, but that was the best phone call I
You ever hear of a guy by the name of Ronaldo Balkman?
No, but I'm just saying that I wasn't saying what their worst pick was. I was saying what my favorite phone call after, because it was like, the Knicks take Amon Shumpert. And like immediately, who the fuck's Amon Shumpert?
Oh, man. Oh, I'm trying to think. Do we have 30 seconds to just go over all the dumbass things that teams have done over the years?
Please not.
I mean, let's see. Your Raptors.
We were just talking about.
Didn't your Raptors did one of the? Your Raptors are up there. They drafted Charlie Villanueva when they already had Chris Bosh. That made zero sense.
I mean,
no, stop it. You know, and then our boy number one is obviously David Kahn, who he's out there somewhere right now.
yeah, there's a lot. How about? I mean, you can knock a lot of picks. Saying Bowie over Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
Hindsight's 20/20 though. But then of course there's always those fun draft day trades like Robert Traylor for Dirk Nowitzki. How'd that work out? Good job, Bucks.
And that's why they're the Bucks.
Yeah.
Let me see who else.
They got number 2 this year. Hopefully they don't do something as stupid.
LaMarcus Aldridge for Tyrese Thomas. There's another good one.
Yeah, we could go all night.
Shout out to Chicago.
So, tune into the draft on Thursday. Come back to us next week where we'll go over.
The Knicks have a draft pick, don't they?
Oh yeah, who are the Knicks going to be drafting? Oh, probably. Let's see.
No.
They suck, so it should be a. Oh, never mind. The Nuggets.
we had to get that last nigga. You were ready to sign over out that.
Yeah. So shout out to the Knicks, who don't have a draft pick this year or in 2 years again. The only reason why they have one next year is because they couldn't trade it. So you could thank the Cavs of the '90s for the fact that you actually have a draft pick next year. Remember that shit? Oh man,
it's unbelievable.
So again, draft on Thursday. We'll be back next week to talk about that, and of course the upcoming free agent class of 2014.
All right.
Signing out for the White Snoop T-Rose Show. White Snoop T-Rose.
We're out.
We're out. You heard him. He said it.
This is the White Snoop presented by the White Snoop and T-Rose Show.
Watch more videos like old episodes on YouTube and subscribe to youtube.com/WhiteSnoop44. Follow and tweet us at 44entertainment, at WhiteSnoop44, at T-Rose_28. Use the hashtag Snoop Show. Like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WhiteSnoop244, facebook.com/TheWhiteSnoop44. Email us at WhiteSnoopProductions@gmail.com.